It's Adam. Hello everybody, it's Adam. So, I'm out here in my garage. As you can see, my garage door's open. That's what all the lights right there for. This is a plant stand my father-in-law made a long time ago. Probably when I was a little kid, mainly when the wife was a little kid type thing. For his wife, my mother-in-law, obviously. So, he has made it by hand. He's really good with his carpentry skills. And let me give you a tour here. See? It look all pretty and nice. Did some leveling. Did some feetsies. Sorry about that. So there's a foot missing over here, only because I just took it off. And then as I was taking it off, I was like, thank God it's not glued. And then I was like, oh hey, what do you know? Video can be made. Okay, cool. Let's do this. So that's where we're at right now. Okay. I am going to turn this over upside down. And the only thing I've done to this is add new wood to the top, both layers that used to be old wood, but it was bowed, so it was cupped up, which is weird. So I was like, yeah, that needs to go. So I found plywood, used old plywood, obviously, that I used for projects and spray painting and stuff, and just cut it out to the right size of the former stuff, and then boop, 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 added it to there, and voila. So the top's good, but I'm probably going to reseal it. I'm going to take off all the feet, and I'm going to go ahead and template them out, draw them out to somewhere else, and then add them back in here. But I'm going to make sure they're glued in and not just nailed in, because these are all literally just nailed in. So, and then I'm going to work on this piece by piece, and then eventually, like, all right here, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me move this over. Sorry, guys. Still learning how to do the thing. So, as you can see, this is the foot, the bottom, and here's all these layers right here, right? And these are all 45 cuts. I'm going to go ahead and take these out and template them if they're not glued in, and then make a whole new one. I'll probably just make a whole new bottom too. Granted, this doesn't look like doesn't look like pine. This looks like something else. I just can't tell. Maybe it's just because of time and fade and all that stuff that it is pine. But I mean, it looks like that, so I don't know. So yeah, let's get to it, shall we? Okay, put you there. Hope you guys can hear me correctly. Hope I'm not yelling or doing anything crazy. So this is pretty much all I'm doing, using the pry bar. Just taking the feetsies like so. Yes, I'm calling them feetsies. Not feces, footsies. There we go. Footsies makes more sense, right? Okay, footsies. So yeah, just prying them up like so. And they're just nailed in. See, it's 2 nails there, and then there's 2 nails here. So I gotta knock the hammer, I gotta hammer those out, and I hammer these out. That's what I'm gonna do next. Looks like they're falling apart. Well, they're kind of old too. This is a very old plant stand that my father-in-law made a long time ago. And we were up there, and my wife lives in Missouri. She's from Missouri, Sweet Springs, if anybody cares. And we saw this, and I was like, oh, that's nice. And I asked my father-in-law, I was like, did you make this? He goes, yeah, I did. He goes, it's just sitting up here, wasting space. You guys probably have you guys want it so you can put a plant up, because Melissa likes plants. I was like, yeah, we can do that. He's like, it looks like it needs some work. And I was like, I can do that, too easy. And I did. I've been working on it. This will be the second time I've worked on it. I've had this for over 10 years now. So, yeah, it tells you how much I was able to do woodworking when I was regular Army and then National Guard, and then I thought about it and living in an apartment and all that stuff. So this is pretty much how this is going to work. So the feet are off now. The only thing left are all these nails around here, so I'm going to hammer them out real quick with the hammer. Excuse the noise. After I find my hammer. Okay. Ta-da. There we go. My apologies, guys. Okay. Alright, let me hammer all these out, and now that you know what I'm doing, I'll be back. Hey everybody, so I'm back. Alright, all these nails right here are from ta-da, right here. Now I'm going to work on the feet, and I'll be right back. Hey everybody. Alright, here we go. Ta-da! This is from the platform, this is from those. So, got that done. Now, I'm going to sand this down and see what's up. And then sand those down and see what's up. And see what they look like, see if they need to, they can't be refurbished, they can't be reused because they're already breaking apart in some spots. So I'm just gonna template them basically, call it a day. I'll be back. Alright, so random thought. If anybody needs to know what's going on, hang on. Focus. There we go. That's better. Alright. So if anybody needs to know what's going on, as far as like my my whole thing. So as far as my face mask and all that stuff, see if it'll work. Alright. Here we go. These are the ones I use. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form. My wife found them during COVID, and they work really, really well. So I just use them. That's all I do. I just use them. Just because they make more sense in my head that way. Alright, so as of right now, I have my sanders out. And I'm going to grab, where is this sander? I had a block with 80 grit on it. This one has 40. This one has 40 grit, and it's a tiny little piece, but it'll work. So I'm just going to sand little blocks first, just to see what we're working with here. And then go with that. And yes, I use a lot of things like this. I got smaller ones right here. I use smaller ones to hand sand. I don't always use my power sander, which is literally this one right here. As you can see, this is the one I have. I don't have an orbital sander. This one works better for me. Still does the same job, but as you can see, it has a point so I can get into the crevices. It's exactly what I need to do. So I don't believe in the orbital sander. To me, that just looks like a waste of time, space, and effort. This one that I have, way more efficient. Way more efficient. But I like to put forth effort into my jobs. Into whatever I'm doing, whether it be projects or actual work for, you know, somebody else who's buying stuff. But this looks pine to me. Very piney. So I'm gonna say it's pine, which I have plenty of this. I can just cut 4 new blocks, call it a day. So I'm gonna go ahead and sand, yeah. And FYI, make sure your fingers are out of the way when you sand, especially with 40 grit. Because I'm starting to scrape right here. I'll feel that later. Not right now. I got calluses, thank God. Thank the gods, I should say. But, you know, it happens. So, not even worried about it. And if you hear random noises in the background, that's the trash man coming to pick up the trash can. Recycle and regular trash. Yeah, that's pine all day. Yeah, that's pine. Double check. I mean, you can see the grooves and stuff and how the lines look. Tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe I am right, maybe I'm wrong, I can't tell. This is me sanding it just a little bit. That's what it looks like when it's not sanded. That's from their saw, his saw. When he cut, probably a table saw. And then see, this is all the weathering. Here's the other side, all the weathering. So, here's what it is. So, we'll see what happens. But this does not look like pine to me. Like I said, I don't know if this is actual pine or if this is a different wood. Or it is pine and it's just faded and, you know, colored due to time and all that stuff. Looks like pine to me right there in the corners, like I said. Fuck. So yeah, that's the thing. So I'll let you know. I'll come back to it. We'll go with video 2. This is part 1. We'll go with part 2. We'll make this a 3-part series-ish. We'll make this a part series. I don't know how many parts. But part 1 is taking everything apart, seeing what I got. Part 2 is coming up after sanding and then template cutting and on all the rest of it. Okay? And then maybe 3 will be mounting and redoing, reattaching. Thank you.